NinjaPull actually? Okay, so we are going to be going into actually the opposite semifinal, just having some sort of issues right now, and we're going to be hopping right into this, and it is live already, so we're going to be following Swapxy as they do battle out against this other LS. Swapxy's actually going to get bombed on immediately. He's down about 50% HP, does pop that Shaman shield wall, but he's at 10% HP. I don't know if he's going to get picked up. The link does come in there from Boetar. We can see he's just under so much pressure, and it is already a 1-0 lead for just being honest, so NinjaPull going to have to be able to take a game back here if they want to even things up.
Yeah, for sure. You can see Swapxy still just trying to pull back, put them in a bad spot. They're going to be hitting the rogue at this point. That is Kajn on that rogue, and even doing a little bit of pressure onto the pet, maybe try and kill pets, go for the very long game here. And that might be what they have to do. If you're playing...
And that pet does go down, and the Warlock does not have the instant pet summon talent unless another one just died. He actually had to soul burn that one, and that could be huge, man. He could run out of pets. But Kajn, this Warlock or Kajn, whatever, he's down about 40k HP. He's taking a ton of damage. Geru has a lot of work to do to top him back up. He does get Howl Teared. Going to drop the Tremor immediately. We see the kidney onto Boetar. Just a redirect kidney for CC as they continually just sit on this enhancement shaman.
Yeah, Boetar doing great on mana, by the way. Geru doing decently as well. Look at how much damage Nerdstomper is taking. You got to banish on that pet, and he will just flop. And that's what enhancement shamans do. You pop wolves, you have a ton of burst pressure going.
Oh, but there's no evasion up right now for Kajn. He's taking a lot of damage, man. Look at that burst coming in. A 36k Lava Lash there is going to dip Kajn down quite low. Geru is doing a good job healing him back up, but the pet once again very low here. May go down. It's at 10%. Will this Warlock be able to have another Soul Burn ready? I'm not sure. And that pet is just sitting so low. They need to finish it off, and it will die to Soul Link damage. So I'm not sure if he has one ready, and it looks like he doesn't, man. He's just sitting there at 60%. I can't believe he's actually going back to peel the Rogue when that Warlock has no pet. And he does now get out another pet. He gets the link back up, but this Rogue's at 60%. He's in a very awkward spot. We need to see Geru get over here and top him back off.
Yeah, the Rogue is so low at this point. A big Howl of Terror goes down, but there's just a Tremor waiting for him. That's what happens when you fight a double Shaman team. There's just Tremor for every single Howl, because that's just how the cooldowns line up. So it has to be so frustrating to know that's all for nothing. They are going to be hitting that Warlock at this point. He's already down to about 60% health, taking some heavy fire. He's going to start channeling that Drain Life. He needs to get some Hana up, needs to get more dots going, and I don't actually know who I would be hitting.
He did get CS on that Fear, Tongues even on him, so both spell locks, the Tongues and the Shocks, plus the grounding. So hard for Nerdstomper to really get the damage going here. He's going to port away. He just needs to stay really far back. His pet looks like it may go down once again, though, down to about 8k HP. Catches a little Riptide there, and he's going to be soul harvesting, so he will be able to continue to soul burn those pets out. That is big, and I really feel like, Swapxy kind of missed the big opportunity. He should have stuck to that Warlock and stopped him from getting the soul shards back, because had they killed one more pet, he would have been done with soul shards.
Yeah, you need to keep that pressure going, but fortunately for them, while that Warlock is soul harvesting, you have to wait to get out of combat and then channel that soul harvest, so it stops a lot of the pressure from that team. They're still going to be hitting Nerdstomper, the Warlock, for the RLS team, but look at their Shaman healer. He's already down to 79% or 70k HP, and he's taking heavy fire. They need to get some peeling going. The Rogue will swap over onto Swapxy, the enhancement shaman, and just tunnel into him, try and stop some damage. It's interesting to note that he is playing Waylay spec, so that crippling poison isn't as effective if it gets dispelled off. But there is a full kidney onto Swapxy. He's having to sit that full. His trinket is not available. It will be in about 1 minute and 40 seconds or so. But this Rogue is taking so much damage. He's going to have to Cloak of Shadows, get all those dots off, and not take any damage coming from the Warlock.
There was the instant hex going on Geru. It was removed immediately. I'm not sure if it was a dot crit or something that broke it, or if he trinketed it, but it is gone. And we can see this Warlock down about half HP, has to port out of there. I feel like maybe he should just be in Demon Armor. I mean, he's not going to be getting that many casts anyway, and reducing a lot of that damage and allowing your Shaman to have an easier time healing you may be more important. Right now, we do see Geru going to drop the Mana Tide. Is a little bit behind on mana, but will be able to catch up here. And Swapxy going to be going back onto that Rogue who does have the Earth Shield, going to be trying to get the damage rolling on him. We see he has that Maelstrom proc, the instant cast ready, and he wants to probably get a Hex off here.
Yeah, and it's so important that they just keep killing these pets, man. You will win the long game if you continue to kill them and you prevent the Warlock from getting those soul shards back. I know that this Warlock, Nerdstomper, loves to min-max. I'm assuming he's probably playing a spec without a pet, but he actually doesn't have the pet right now. No soul link on him. They're going to hit him pretty hard here. He needs to get one out. You need to soul burn that immediately, but still no pet in sight. They're going to be hitting this Rogue. I think that's a big mistake. Stay on that Warlock, tunnel him, make sure he doesn't even get a hard summon pet off, because that would be so good for you. You have so many shocks available. Just do it. They are still hitting the Rogue though. He's at about 60% health. Boetar doing just fine on mana at 80k or so. Geru is at about 50k mana, and Geru is the only player that is not entirely top. Nerdstomper, yeah, he's low, but not terribly low. He does end up getting out of that death roll. His pet is available now.
He's actually spiking, though, kind of a little bit low, and Geru is in a Hexman, so he's at about half HP. He's out in the middle. His pet is actually going to get banished here, and this Enhancement Shaman could get a lot of damage out if he can connect. He's going to throw out a Healing Surge, actually, there, feeling the pressure, but this Warlock sitting out of 80% HP is going to get back behind the pillar, be topped off here by Geru once again, so they're just going to go right back to the pet. That is very low, and the pet is going to die once again, so they just need to continue going on this Warlock. They need to stop him from getting out any more soul shards. He does get another pet. Geru being hit there a little bit. We can see the Felflame came in on that healing stream trying to take that out.
Yeah, now the Enhancement Shaman is dotted by that UA and the Corruption. They need to get a Haunt on him, but I feel so bad for this Warlock. It almost feels impossible, I'm sure. More Dispels just coming out. There is a bomb down, but because he had Ghost Wolves out, he was able to get out of that so fast, getting that Ghost Wolf sprint from his pets, or Spirit Wolves, I believe they're actually called. They're still hitting the Rogue, though. He is getting that Flame Tongue debuff on him.
Yeah, Nerdstomper just faked that CS, but he's going for the cast now. He will get shocked on that. No, he faked that as well, so he will be able to get full dots up here. Nice job by him faking both those interrupts, and that's something he's going to have to do if he wants to get any pressure out, because we can see Boetar just spamming and spelling those UAs, making it so difficult. His pet looks like it's going to fall once here again, and the pet is going to go down, but Nerdstomper is just not being chased, so maybe he's just going to be able to get another Soul Harvest off. So far, he has no pet. There it does come out with another Soul Burn, a Death Coil going in onto Kajn, who is taking quite a bit of damage here, down at 45k, catches a big heal from Geru. Geru's out quite a bit behind on mana right now, and I feel like they should just need to stick to this Warlock, just not let him get any more Soul Shards, not let him get those casts off, and they can just probably win on mana. Kajn, though, is going to continue to be the target. Maybe they should just swap on Urshield. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know exactly, but I think that Swapxy's playing very well. He does have a Naru available every single time he gets relatively low on health, because he has one, as does his Shaman healer. But it seems kind of like a turtle game, because with double Shaman, it's so hard for the Warlock to get pressure out. Yeah,
and maybe we can swap over to the other POV. If we do have that available, we can have them swap over and check that out. But Kajn is very, very low. He had to cloak at about 10% HP. A Halaterra does come in. It's going to be tremored immediately. So if we have the other POV available, we can swap, but I'm not sure that we do. We can see Wrath of Air going to be taken down there. There was a health funnel coming on the pet, because he is probably running out of those shards. He's trying to go for the soul drain, trying to get some soul shards back that way, but he's not able to, and his pet is very low. So if this pet goes down, I'm not sure that he will have another just yet. The Hex coming out onto Geru is going to be full. We can see the Warlock rooted in the middle by that Frost Shock root. He probably just, the Enhancement Shaman should probably just swap the pet, which is hitting him, and it's extremely, extremely low, man. They can just finish him off, and the pet does go down there. So will he be able to get out another one? He does soul burn that pet out, but Geru going to be swapped to, taking a ton of damage here, down about 50k HP already.
Yeah, he's taken so much damage. The Spirit Wolves have returned. He's at about, wow, he takes a big spike there. He's going to have to drop that Spiraling Totem. He needs some more peels coming from his team. A Howl of Terror. It does get tremored once again. Just so many tremor.
Geru just got shocked there, and man, they're still keeping the pressure going. He's still down quite low, and this Shaman is right back on him. He's at about 86k. He is kind of getting a bit away there, as the Shaman kind of a bit bad pathing, but they're actually going to swap back on Lock, who has no Urshield. He's at 60k. Do they have the Hex? The full Hex goes in on Geru. They have to be careful not to break it, but this Warlock is in a lot of trouble at 50k. The coil did come in defensively there onto this Enhancement Shaman. He's going to get kidneyed off that, and I think that will give Geru the time he needs to be able to get his Warlock top back off, but at the same time, Geru looks like they want to just swap right back to him, and a lot of his burst damage just comes in onto Geru every single time his Enhancement Shaman seems to connect. Geru, I'm not sure if he's wearing really low Resil or what, but he is taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, Swapxy still hasn't been top just yet. I mean, he's sitting decently fine. There is a soul swap in onto him, so he may be taking a lot of damage into a full kidney. His Shamanistic Rage isn't available for a little bit, so he might be taking a lot of damage. There was a smoke bomb that went down, but it actually didn't do anything at all. A good cheap shot ending there that's going to expose weakness back up for a long time.
Geru is drinking, man. They have to stop that. They're playing this slow game, but they're now letting him drink, and that is a huge mistake. They have to be careful. They are trying to kill another pet, and it does go down. Does he have a soul shard? That is the question. We can see that he has no pet just yet. He is fully dotted up. The Tongues is up there on him as well. We want to see this Enhancement Shaman get back onto him. He shocks the Banish. He's doing a lot of damage to this Rogue, who's down about 30k. Has to cloak once again. This Warlock still without a pet, and a full Hex now on his Shaman. Can he get out of there? We're going to need to see the Frost Shot coming in. Just get back to him, connect, get that damage going, because he has no Urshield. He's at 50k. The Warlock did get a fear onto Geru. It's going to be tremored immediately, but this Warlock is still so low. We can see that Nerdstomper just trying to get out of there, still has no pet, and I have to assume at this point he doesn't have a soul shard.
Yeah, I think this is over and done for this RLS, man. If you don't have to juke spell locks or you don't have devours going for you, he
did go for the soul harvest there, got shocked very quickly. I'm not sure if he was able to get a soul shot back or not. It looks like he wasn't. Now the wolf is going to be popped here onto Geru, who is at about 50% HP, gets shocked on that heal. He's at 40%. He doesn't even have Earth Shield up on himself. He needs to fix that immediately. Earth Shield does go up now, but is it too late? We can see that he is going to be dropping so low here, and his kind of last stand has procced, and it's going to be dropping very soon. There's a Death Coil coming in and down to about 30% HP, 10% HP. It has now dropped. He's trying to get those heals off. He does fake a couple interrupts, but he is He has no mana, and with Earth Shield up, he's not going to be getting anything back from Water Shield, so he has to get out of there. He needs to get away. Trinket on that full kidney by the Enhancement Shaman, just trying to stick to Geru, just trying to finish him off here.
Yeah, like you said, man, no mana remaining. Boetar's fine. He is sitting inside of a full blind right now. He is now out of it, and he gets sapped, but I think he might have ended up trinketing that sap, actually, as his Shaman, Enhancement Shaman, is taking a little bit of damage. He has that exposed weakness debuff. It looks like he should be okay for now.
He just one-shot that mana tie, and that is huge because Geru desperately needed that mana back, and Kajn now, I'm not sure if he has Cloak available. He's going to step away. He's feeling like he really needs to get out of there. He was taking a ton of damage. Geru, though, is still just being soloed by this Warlock, and now the Enhancement Shaman able to connect back to him. He is at about 60%. The disarm does come in, but he can still shock. He can still do a lot. The Link does go down. They need to kill that and just continue to sit onto Geru. The Link not being killed, but he is kited out of it, so it does not matter. He does get interrupted on that heal. He's trying to kite back behind the pillar. Tremor is going down. Will he be able to get another shock? But no. Geru does fake those interrupts. He gets a couple heals off there, and it looks like he will be able to stay alive for now. But we can see this Warlock Nerdstomper has not gotten a pet this entire time. He still has not been able to get away. He has not been able to find the time, and all three members of his team are under a lot of pressure as the Rogue is down about under half HP.
Yeah, this Enhancement Shaman doing a great job of just swapping to whatever's available, whatever's in his face. And because this Rogue has to peel him so often, but he's actually going to connect onto the Shaman right here. Looks like the Shaman may go down. Nature's Swiftness did go out, but he's at about 18k right here. Will he end up falling? There's a kidney shot onto the enhancement to try and peel, but I don't think it's enough. Now at 19k health, he has no mana, no way to keep himself alive. You purge a Riptide and he's done.
Oh, and the Spirit Wolves are back out. He's definitely going to go down. He does get connected to by Swapxy, and he will fall. And that is now a 2-0 lead here for Just Be Honest. And NinjaPull is going to be facing elimination here in the upper bracket. They may fall to the consolation round. Obviously, they did win their first series, so they would still be alive. But things looking very good now for this double Shaman Warlock team.
Yeah, look at how happy they look, man. They know. They're like, yeah, we're just getting closer and closer.